Good morning.
So Kim says looks beautiful and green in the motherland. Oh, I just got a
Who
spot.
said?
Kim somebody. Kim Toolman. The Toolman, sorry.
Oh, Kim Tettleman.
The Toolman.
The Toolman. Good morning.
Yo, looks beautiful and green in the motherland.
Oh.
Yes, it is beautiful and green and wet.
The motherland. We're just in a woods. Oh. Let's wait till we get some people in. Oh, the rain's coming again, Michelle.
It's not so bad under here. We're a bit covered under here.
Morning coffee.
It's a bit late this morning.
Morning coffee.
Thank you.
Not sure if I've got enough water this morning.
Oh, squeeze it out.
Just.
There we go. Hi, Dean. We're both well, thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Good morning. Now I'll just wait until a few people have got in. We're a little trying to make some subjects to talk about. And today's an appropriate day to talk about finances, maybe. Or you can ask financial questions. Hopefully the picture's going to be okay and the sound's going to be okay. We're just making our morning coffee. I'll give you a little show around where we are. We're out in the woods. Just a bit of washing up. We're out in the woods. So fire away if you have questions. Yeah, it does tend to.
Yeah. Oh yes, there we are.
Oh, there we go. We get the questions.
How many miles have you walked? Oh, lots there.
Lots of questions.
Yes, Wandering Souls. Hello.
Good day, Wandering Souls. Good morning.
Hi, Sean.
Nina.
Damon. Hi, Steve and Michelle. Lovely location. Mr. Old Clunker. Danny Clark. Hi, guys. Wandering Souls. It stopped raining then.
No, this tree's giving us really good cover. Look above us. We've got this big tree, and he's giving us really nice cover. Michelle and I slept in. We came through this woods last night. We managed to find a bit of flat ground way back in the woodland here to sleep last night, and it's the warmest night we've had. It was really the first time we haven't been freezing cold.
Yeah.
I think because yesterday was quite warm. And I said to Michelle this morning, I'll have a little chat with you about.
Yes, we do need our morning coffee before we can start.
A
bit
cup
late
of coffee
today.
in the morning. So Michelle will keep an eye on the comments, but I wanted to thank the Patreons, I'm not sure how you say it, patreon.com, that beginning of the month we get a little payment come through from a handful of people that support us on Patreon. I want to thank you very much. I put a couple of posts up there today for you, which I don't do enough of, I know. And I wanted to talk about how we have managed to fund ourselves doing YouTube, which I've kind of got to start admitting we do this for a living. YouTube is what we do for a living. It's hard to admit sometimes. So how have we managed to fund ourselves 5 years plus, coming up to 5.5 years of traveling, just on YouTube? And the truth is, realistically, slide around a little bit, you're out the corner a bit.
That's okay.
We don't really manage to fund it that well. We're not. I've lost my sort of business head sometimes, and each year we lose more money than we gain. But we do get income from YouTube, and we have a handful of people who support us on Patreon, and sometimes people will send us a PayPal donation. But one thing I always know is by the end of this month we'll be poorer than we were at the end of last month, and we don't have infinite savings. But it does fund. It does actually. YouTube itself does actually fund a fair chunk of some of our costs, but it never does. For example, with this trip that we're doing now, we've had to buy a lot more gear. It's an expensive month, so it doesn't. So I want to just say, this isn't asking, I'm not begging for money from people. This is just a little explanation that I thank those that support us on Patreon. We get about 500 to 1,000 followers at the moment, and maybe half a dozen people support us on Patreon, and a few of you support us with PayPal donations. We are working at YouTube. It's a business. So if you're able to support us at all across at patreon.com, we would really appreciate it. It helps. I've got to start thinking of this as my full-time job. By the way, this walk we're doing for Michelle and I.
Yeah.
this walk is just for us. It's complete selfishness. It's not for any other reason. We're not, as so many people like to ask, are we doing it for charity, or we're doing it to raise funds? We're doing it for us. But the videos that we're making for you. We're not making the videos for us. These are we make for the audience that follow us. So that's where the business side of this thing lies. And, you know, what I would say is, I want to do everything on YouTube for free. I've kind of been out of business for such a long time. I want to do everything for free. But if anybody out there feels that they enjoy it so much that they'd want to support us on Patreon and help us stop, you know, hemorrhaging money each year, it is a help. It really means a lot to us. There are always links below the video, patreon.com, Steve Owens,
yep.
and there are always links there. So anybody that watches this feels like getting across. It's the beginning of the month now. We've just had a small payment through from the people that do support us, and I want to say thank you very much, and thank you to those that have supported us this month. It's been great. How do we finance traveling? We've had some savings, some small savings over the years, and we sort of offset the hemorrhage of spending money and our savings all the time. It's not easy. It's a hard way to go, and ask questions if you want to. I'm in the mood today to answer questions, obviously not super specific. Whilst we think about that, just have a look where we've stopped today.
Well, somebody I think Danny was saying it's summer in the UK and you're wearing jackets and things. You don't wear that in Oz.
No, this is much colder than we thought. But we found this little picnic area, and you'll see Michelle sat there. We're having our coffee. We're having a little bit of breakfast. We've got this beautiful woodland area. We're actually camped off way over there. And we just thought we'd do a morning video today, slightly different time than normal, because we're never sure where we're going to be this afternoon.
And if we're going to have...
and whether we're going to have internet and what have you. And since we have internet, I'm just going to plug my
Annie
account.
says, I think I've missed everything. I thought you were still in Turkey.
No, we're not in Turkey. No, you've missed a great deal if you think that we're still in Turkey. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And this is a popular hiking route. I think people walk their dogs down through here as well, which is quite nice. There's a little border collie just gone by.
Just see the comments there, because there was a few there when you went away. Sally, hi Sally. I've got that one already. So Dean said it isn't summer anymore as it ended on the 1st of September. No, it's still summer, isn't it?
It is. No, summer goes through to the 21st of September. So we've still got technically 3 weeks left of high summer. And up here in Scotland, it's a chilly old summer.
It was nice yesterday. Yesterday was actually a good day, wasn't it? As you say, blue skies.
So good morning, Eric.
Yeah, videos, keep the videos. I get the views. Decent content keeps the viewers. Keep up the content, guys. Thank you, Kim. How do you manage to charge your devices out in the wilderness? Asks Dean.
We have a solar panel, 28-watt solar panel, and it's doing okay. What we're doing is charging up. Move your cup.
Yeah,
move your cup. You just put it across my arm. I want to reach across my shelf, but a cup. We've got these little charging blocks. This one's a YouTube charging block, and we charge them off the panels, and then we're able to charge the phones from them.
It's been a bit difficult because it's been cloudy. If we have yesterday, we did better with the full sun.
We yesterday was the first sunny day we've had in Scotland. It was sunny all day yesterday, and it was gorgeous. It made such a difference to our mental state, the way in which we walked, the way we felt. The only thing we did yesterday, and it reminds me again of how much it costs to do what we do, is we stopped in the town and I went to buy provisions. I end up getting about £40 UK pounds worth, 37 pounds worth of food and drinks,
because we were right out of everything, weren't we, yesterday?
Really low on all sorts. So we bought a lot of provisions in the small town that we're near, and Michelle found a lady who would let us fill up our water in her kitchen, actually.
Yeah, she said, oh, you can use my garden tap. And as we went round, she said, oh no, come into the kitchen. She said, we can fill it up there, no problem. So that was cool.
So Michelle filled up the water. That was 3 litres of water in each pack. So that's 3 kilos of water. I bought loads of stuff to last us a few days on the road, and we put that into our packs, and our packs were so heavy yesterday. So the second half of yesterday was really tiring. We were really heavy, and I think there's a few questions. I'm not sure the weight of our packs at the moment. I'm getting the feeling mine's closer to 20 kilos than it is 15 kilos at the moment. Michelle's is probably up that way as well. So it's, imagine walking 10 to 15 miles every day carrying that sort of weight on your back. Now,
That's been getting a bit easier until yesterday.
can you read these as they go, Michelle?
Okay, yeah.
'Cause
So Dean
otherwise-
says, oh yes, 22nd is autumn, so he got that wrong. He also has a solar panel which he uses when he's out and about.
And you've asked how many miles or kilometers have we walked? A few of you have said this, and a lot of people are asking if we can plot a route to show you, and I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. But like I say,
Hi Sue.
Hi Sue. So like I said at the beginning of the video, we do YouTube for a living. We do everything for free, and we want to continue to do that. If any of you out there, this sounds so beggy, but it's the truth. It is hard knowing that each year that we'll be slightly poorer than we were last year because we never get enough money out of YouTube to actually make a living. So if anyone does have any, you know, I wouldn't want you to spend money that actually harmed you in any way, but if anyone wanted to get across to Patreon and support us in any way, it really helps, or the donations in the paypal.com help at all. And I know a lot of people frown on that sort of thing on YouTube. I don't anymore. I think YouTube has put a lot of work in. As I say, this walk is for Michelle and I. It's for mentally great for us, physically great for us, and but the video making that we're doing and the filming I'm doing every day is for you guys, the audience. So I think it's a proper job, and I think if anyone can support us there, it means a huge amount to us. For those of you that can't and don't wish to, we love you all still. It makes no difference. We're happy to
continue to watch the videos. That helps as well.
It does. I mean, I was thinking that the other day. If you watch 1,000 videos of ours, it probably, whoops, if you watch 1,000 videos, it probably make about a penny. So,
True.
but watching it, if lifts our spirits up, makes us feel good. So thank you for that. Miles, we are getting to a landmark. We're not a long way. I think probably a couple of days now from Inverness. If we push ourselves. And that to me is going to be a bit of a celebration day, because that will be 10%. We're close to, we've done about close to 90 miles of walking. I'm going to miles rather than kilometers because people keep asking me about miles, and I suppose that helps you. We're trying, we've probably averaged about 10 miles a day.
Yep.
Some days we've walked more, and some days we've walked a lot less. We've carried on this horrible road, this A9, we've stuck with it, but we came off the last couple of days. We had a day, I think the day before, we had a rest day a couple of days ago, and we had a day we had no internet, so we couldn't share anything with you. And yesterday we did a short live stream, so if you didn't see that, check that out. Yeah, I mean, what were the other questions? Ask questions. Michelle can read them. She's a much faster reader than me. You can do the little.
Yeah, there's been no other ones. I've not missed any so far, I don't think. So nobody's chatting to me.
Chat to Michelle and hit the thumbs up and hit the thumbs down if you think even money, you know, talking about money in any way, hit the thumbs down. We're happy. We don't mind. But this is our job.
Money makes the world go round, unfortunately. So you know, everybody needs it.
I'm kind of trying to get my business head back on, because I've been out of the business world for so many years. I'm trying to get myself thinking as a business person again, and trying to, you know, because as I say, Michelle and I are doing the walk for our own
Eric
reasons.
said, did you pack anything to purify the water? And do you have any tea or coffee?
Do you know what, Eric? It's a very interesting point that you bring up there. We talked with Rick about this before we left. We were going to bring a water pump to purify water, a very sort of carbon activated pump, which would have called. We have got some little tablets to purify drinking water, but we've seen almost no running sources of water. You know, I thought we'd see a lot more in the Highlands. We've seen very, very few running water sources up here. So if we were relying on that pump system, we'd be we'd be out of water completely. Now, the other thing is we've been very lucky. We've got a bit more brazen in sort of approaching houses and asking them, you know, just rocking up to a house and saying to them, could we possibly have our water bottles? You know, we said we're walking from John O'Groats to Land's End. Could you fill our water bottles? And they've always been obliging, sometimes a bit begrudgingly, mostly very joyously and friendly. So we found
Even
that
some of the shops, a couple of the shops have filled them for us.
yeah, a couple of shops have done it for free, you know, from just the tap water.
Yeah, because you can drink the tap water in the UK, so that's not an issue.
It's pretty good. So yeah, questions. That's a good question. We do have, for emergency, we do have water purification if we need to, but we haven't got a filtration system or a live straw or anything like that.
It also asked about tea or coffee.
We don't. Michelle doesn't drink tea, so I'm willing to forego. I do like tea, but I'm willing to. I can happily forego drinking tea. I don't need it, so we're not bringing tea with us. But this, we've got a little jar. The picture seems a bit dodgy today, a bit flickery. Is it on your side as well, or is it just me? So we've got a little jar of Nescafe coffee, just powdered coffee, and we're using powdered milk.
That was the thing yesterday with the shopping. We needed to top up our powdered milk, and it comes in such big containers.
Yeah,
we decant it, but
big container which I put into a. Can you just reach around and get that, Michelle? So we couldn't buy. I wish we could have bought a smaller one, but that's another half a kilo of weight that we've got to carry. It goes down pretty quickly, but that's another half kilo. And the other day we really fancied a bit of hot chocolate, and I couldn't find any, so I ended up getting this big pot of hot chocolate.
So Danny and Annie said the picture's fine.
Good, just on my side. It's possibly because my battery's a little bit low.
We're charging it.
This morning when we woke up, it was raining. There's a few, I put a few posts on patreon.com and on Instagram, just little short posts to show that we were in the tent. And I'm past being shameful of looking really rough in the morning as well, which is kind of cool.
Okay, someone was saying that we'll see more water sources further south. They're camping at the moment, and I didn't catch who it was. Wandering Souls. We're in our camp around this weekend and have bought a pump to get fresh water, but then you can park up at the water sources. We find that the water sources are easy to get, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not struggling to find the water sources, and I think actually, as you say, further south we may see more springs. We're heading towards in the next couple of days, we should get to the Great Glen Way, which is a whole new kettle of fish. Some people come up here just to walk the Great Glen Way. It's apparently very beautiful. We'll be walking it as just one of the many spots that we're doing. That leads us down to the West Highland Way, which we were told is quite rocky at the beginning.
Quite rocky.
We're going to be going around Loch Lomond. We're going to be going around Loch Ness. Yeah, I'm really excited. We'll do a live stream in the next couple of days to celebrate our 10% mark. I'm a bit of a percent person myself. I like percentages, and 10% sounds almost,
a lot, doesn't it?
It sounds as if we're getting somewhere. It really does.
I think we've not seen like the water because we've been following this A9. I mean, we're very much along the roadside, aren't we?
Yeah, to anybody that ever watches these, if they ever do watch these retrospectively to see how the walk is, I would say that the stretch between John O'Groats and Inverness is, by everybody we've met, the worst part of the whole Land's End to John O'Groats walk. It's just quite incredibly dangerous, the road, and the coastal walk is incredibly rough. Now, respect to the people that are maintaining that walk, but in truth, it's a really tough walk, and it's not one to do with a sort of 15-kilo pack on your back. It's easier to do for a day walk. It's a day hike.
So Eric said, well, where's our fire to warm us up?
These little fleece jackets, Eric, are the only thing we've got to warm us up. It's cooler today, but not as cold as it has been some mornings. Some mornings we couldn't have sat out and done this in the morning. It's been freezing. Brass monkeys weather. Down to 4 degrees Celsius the night before last, I think it was, and we were so cold. Or not, no, maybe 3 or 4 nights ago. Yeah. So who's in? Hit the thumbs up just to let us know you're in.
Danny said, you two are 100% awesome. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
It's hard to tell. Sorry, the last comment. It's hard. It's hard. Well done, guys, says Amy.
it's as hard as maybe we thought it would be, and not this journey we always knew was going to be hard.
Yeah.
But you can't even put it into
How
words just how hard. At the same time, it's all right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not too bad. Your feet get sore. You'll get the odd blister.
We have days where it's hard, and then we've had the odd day where mentally it's been a bit hard, isn't it?
Mentally, I think on the main road, it's been the hardest.
Yeah.
There was once or twice, you may have seen, unfortunately, I filmed quite a bit. Again, it'll be coming up. And that's why, back to saying about this being a business, we're filming stuff when I'm having to put the camera down on the road, walk down towards the camera, walk back up and collect the camera, put it back in the case. I'm doing that sort of filming as well for a series that
keeping those batteries charged.
Keeping those batteries charged up. But there's been once or twice where we've been close to being hit by cars. There was an idiot in a Jaguar early on who overtook from behind and just about knocked our arms, and it frightened me a little bit that Michelle was on the road with me. But and there's been once or twice where locals with people who are towing horse trucks have deliberately tried to frighten us, I think, even though there's plenty of space on the road, have gone very close to us, almost in a sort of belligerent manner. That's been a bit worrying. So yeah, this stretch of road, that's tiring. Mentally, that's quite tiring. But physically, probably some of the coastal walking's been the hardest, because
I find that the hardest.
Yeah, both of us find when we get out on those coastal roads. I can turn you around a little bit so you can see some woodland. When you get out on those coastal roads, you do it, Michelle, because if I keep over, I can't. I lose my.
But Eric says any wild animals to worry about.
No, we've heard animals during the night. You're in charge of the scrolling. I'm trying to keep my thought pattern going.
But no, there's been no wild animals to think that we've really got to worry about, is there?
No, there's a big blue bottle on the bench in front of us. That's all right.
It's all right. I was just going to move it.
Right.
And Damon said, "It looks like we're doing a good job. Stay safe. Work is calling."
Okay, Damon, you have a good day, man. Good day. Enjoy. And we're looking forward to getting down to camp with you, buddy. It's a long way off.
It's a long way off.
We're looking forward to it.
We're working on it.
So, come back round to us.
There you go.
So yes, some of those coastline walks have been the hardest, arduous walks. Yesterday morning was, because the sun was out, I said to Michelle as we were walking down the coast, even though the going was quite hard, it felt a little I'm pulling Michelle's trousers back into shot. It felt a little less arduous because the weather was nice.
Yeah.
So if only we could get a little more summer weather. As we say, we've got 3 weeks left of summer. Why should not the autumn be a nice sort of?
Absolutely, should be good.
It'll be good.
To see. So Damon's, I'm looking forward to it too.
I've got another fly in
He's
me.
got a fly, likes it. Flies like his coffee.
That's the extra protein. We're getting lots of flies in our morning coffee. So we've got an interesting walk today. We're actually crossing. We have to go back onto the main road today. We've got to cross a lock. I mean, if we really felt super fit, we could almost get to Inverness, but I think we'd kill ourselves doing it. And we're not out to kill ourselves.
Sue's asking, how's your face? Much better, isn't it?
Better, Sue. It's actually, I keep forgetting to put some cream on, but it
was the wind and the sun.
The wind and the sun blowing, and sorry, my hood's up and down. Like the Sicilian Empire.
It's not quite cold enough, but then occasionally it gets cool. So.
But it's cooling down. My face is not too bad. Michelle doesn't get this. Why? I don't know. But anyway, it was getting all dry. I've been working on it with every different variant of cream that we've got, and it's coming okay.
Feet are good, aren't they?
Feet are good.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of any guys that have ever done a lot of walking will know around the sort of crotch area get some really quite terrible irritations, and that's actually been possibly much harder. But I'll talk about that maybe in another more complex video, because it's not the end of the world, and it's just one of those things.
You're coping with it.
Coping with it.
Coping with it. He's coping. I'm fine.
Michelle's has been an absolute legend. She's had very little, although she aches, her back aches.
Yeah.
And you know, we look after each other.
We
That's
do.
the main thing.
We
We look
do.
after each other and make sure that we're all doing good.
You know, at the end of the day, we're saying we've got a little bit further to go. Can you do it? And yes, we can. I can do it. I can do it. I know I can do it.
I worry that I don't over push.
Good love. Hi guys.
Hey, good love. Gordon, isn't it?
Yes.
I worry that I don't want to push Michelle too far, and then she pushes me, and I push her. We work good
Yeah.
as a team. I took photos of these benches we're on today, actually, because I think they're really cool. I wouldn't mind making something like this when we get back home. It's all made out of 6x2 or 4x2 wood.
There you go.
Maybe I'll remember in the future to share the designs with you if I can.
So Eric says, what is your daily go-to snack?
If we can, Eric, one thing we're getting a bit bored of, but we actually we're eating straight out of the can, are baked beans, cold. It's not the most creative thing, but it really gives us a boost of energy.
We find if we have it first thing in the morning, which is not my favourite.
Nice, slow
it's a good one to keep you going. And bananas. We didn't have any bananas yesterday.
I was just about to say, bananas, great source of energy. Yeah. And the other thing that's really easy to go to sort of snack by the roadside are pies and things. Yes. If we can get some pies. We're not doing a great deal of cooking. You can't, it's not so easy to do cooking. You're trying constantly to walk forward. Maybe as we get really a lot fitter, if we get a sort of spring in our
Marie says, hello, beautiful scenery.
Hi Marie. It's very beautiful. This is almost this is only the second bit of woodland we've been in on this walk.
This is a real woodland. That first one was
a small woodland towards the castle. We went past Dunrobin Castle, which is quite a humorous name, Dunrobin Castle, and there was a bit of woodland there. Beautiful grounds. Filmed a bit there. We didn't go in. We keep saying to ourselves, we're not really the best, because we did go up to a cairn the other day, and I filmed it for the upcoming series. Which is a most amazing, beautiful, old, thousands of years old dwelling, which we did go and film. But we didn't go into places like Dunrobin Castle, because we've got our big packs on. Nobody wants to sort of drag a pack around a castle, looking at sort of like how people,
and it was uphill.
Yeah, and it was uphill. And we saw it. We've got some beautiful footage.
We actually got some good footage on the path we took. Wandering Soul says, why don't we warm up the beans?
Because it uses gas. It means that we've got to
clean the pot.
We've got to clean the pot. It's all extra work, and cold beans taste exactly the same as warm beans, except for the fact that they're cold.
And they cool down pretty quick anyway. So what's the point?
So yeah, we soon realised. You see, if you put your beans into a pot, you've got to clean that thing, and
even if you put, you'll say, okay, well, you can put the can in and put water in and heat them that way, but then you're wasting water and you're wasting gas.
Now I could put the can straight on there and try that method. But it's just a lot of fiddling. Then you've got a hot can you can't handle.
And also then sometimes we eat the beans when we haven't got to get the cooking stuff out.
So that's why we don't heat them. And
they're just saying they hate cold baked beans. I'm not a lover of them, but it works.
Years ago, a friend of mine, Reese, if you're ever watching, man, used to eat cans of cold baked beans, and I used to think it was disgusting. I thought, oh God, I can't think of anything worse. And then I tried it, and I thought, you know what? They're not bad.
They're not bad.
They're really not bad.
They actually do work,
And yeah. And they're great energy source. They've got all the protein in there, the sugars. They've got everything you need to sort of like a nice slow release carbohydrate in there as well. Protein. They've got everything you need. We're not just having beans. We are having really quite nice food. Later today, we've got some camembert cheese, and some salami, and some beautiful bread rolls that were fresh yesterday, but they'll be all right today.
So I'll probably make them up before we leave today.
So yeah, that's later for our tea, which will be great.
Oh, so Sue said, I don't like beans warmed up.
Oh, right, that's interesting.
And Amy said that she's in stage 4 lockdown, so not allowed to wander too far. So we're very lucky. Well, we are, because we ended up here, so we thought, well, we had to do something because we couldn't get to anywhere else, could we?
Yes, we're Anyway, just a quick recap on the title of the video for those of you that have joined us later, and sorry to bore you again with it. I've got to start admitting we do this as a job. This is our job on YouTube, and I want to thank those of you that support us on Patreon for the payments that have just come through. It's a great help. It's a small amount at the moment, but it's a great help. Michelle and I, we are walking John O'Groats to Land's End for ourselves, completely selfish, but we make the videos for the audience, and we want to do it completely for free. We've always said this, I always want to do everything for free, but if anybody out there feels that they enjoy it so much that they want to support us a little bit, the way to go is through Patreon. Small amount, just a monthly small amount, really helps a great deal for Michelle and I. Any payments through PayPal, which people have been doing that recently, and Rena particularly, I know you're often sending us a payment through. We love it. I mean, it means a great deal to us. I usually put the credits up at the end and saying thank you to all the people, and I will start doing that again at the end of this walk.
I'm keeping a note of everyone, so
we're keeping a note, so we won't forget. But even I don't want anyone to pay anything who feels like, you know, they could not afford to. It would only be money that you can afford to get rid of. And if you want to support us, it will be great. If not, we still love to have you here. Just get that plugged in again. Links are down below. Patreon.com Steve Owens and PayPal.me.thankssteve. It's all down below.
Down there. It's in there.
Where was I going before that? Come on, one of you remind me. Where was I going with it? Where was I going? Somebody
we were talking about baked beans.
We were talking about baked beans, which is our breakfast to go. I
breakfast
wish in a way I hadn't bought this great big tub of hot chocolate, because Michelle and I don't drink a lot of hot chocolate.
Well, the thing was as well, we bought it and then we started running out of milk powder.
Yeah, because we wanted to use the milk powder to...
But now we have milk powder, we can have it again. See?
All right, we might have one this evening.
Yes, there you go.
Other than that, I might give it to another walker if we see somebody that really likes hot chocolate more than us. I would have prepreferred those little sachets.
That's what you went in for, wasn't it?
I went in for, and that's the only thing we had. That was a post office up in Livester. Tracy, the lovely Tracy. Thank you very much, Tracy. But
we met Ben, wasn't it there?
That's where we met Ben.
Yes.
Any other questions for us before we start to get up and joggle?
And joggle, and it might
joggle.
Oh, yes. It might have dried up enough that we can put the tent away.
I'll just lift you up for a second so you can see where we are. Oh, so any other questions you want to ask, now's the time to ask it. Our tent is way out in the woods over there. It's a great colour. It almost doesn't show up. I walked along the path just now and I couldn't see the tent. So it's really nice stealth colour.
And your jacket's a good colour because I couldn't even see you, but then I'm a bit pink.
Yeah, the only thing that stands out
is me and
is that. Look at that. It's like having a Belisha beacon with me.
I'm trying to be. I've got my tan trousers on. I've got my bright trousers on.
I'm trying to be. You match the baked bean tins.
I do.
So, and a quick look at these benches. Any carpenters out there that want to copy this? I love the fact that they've got these individual little seats rather than the whole way round, so they're very easy to get in and out of. They've got a round tabletop and this lovely sort of X formation at the bottom. It's all 6x2 and 4x2 construction. If you want to know what the wood is, these are sort of, the top slats are actually 6x1.5 maybe, but the main timbers, they may be 6 but no, they're not 6x2, 6x1.5. Anyway, you can judge it probably as well as I can. I used to do a lot of carpentry, so I'd probably be able to knock that up quite easily.
So I'm just washing up.
You're just doing the, Shell's just doing the washing up.
Just doing the washing up. All done.
She's a glow-in-the-dark washer-upper. Is there such a thing as a washer-upper?
Washer-upper? Not sure about that.
All right, so we're not going to go on much longer. We're going to send our love to you all.
We've got to get going.
We've got to get packed up. The rain's just sort of lulled. We've got to try and dry things off, get packed up, put those heavy packs on and set off again. Love to you all. Thank you very much from both of us for the support.
Yes, we do appreciate
of watching the videos and any support financially through the links. Love to you all.
Thank you, good love. We will stay safe.
And we're going to share more of this beautiful country. It is a beautiful country, you know.
It is.
Scotland, England, the United Kingdom, whatever you want to call it, is a beautiful country.
We might scoot in a little bit into Wales. Not sure when we get down
I
there.
would love to go into Wales.
We might just do a little tiny bit.
Land of our fathers. But
thank you, Eric.
you know, Australia is beautiful as well. We're probably going to do more touring. This is inspiring us to get out there and do more. We might be we might even get good at this at one day.
One day.
Be good. Share the love. Michelle and I will see you very shortly. Take care.
Bye.